Luke Gazdic joins the players room. Luke, how you doing?
Good, Frank. How you doing today, guys?
Good to be with you. Let's start in your hometown right now of Toronto. When you take a look at the Leafs and where they're at, their blue line did a great job going up against McDavid and Draisaitl over the weekend, but it hasn't necessarily been smooth sailing for them since the deadline. Do you think with the way that this blue line is currently constituted, do they have a shot to take down Florida or Boston in round one?
Well, I'm glad you started with the game on Saturday because that was one of the best efforts that I saw from start to finish from them, and especially their decor. I have rarely seen teams go after Edmonton's top guys like they did on Saturday night, and it was from the get-go. From the first shift, Morgan Rielly, Joel Edmondson, went after Leon and Connor relentlessly. And I thought that was a great game plan by them. You know, the Edmondson pickup here in Toronto wasn't very well received. I think Labushkin was a popular one. He was a popular player here just because of the simplicity that comes with his game and the physicality that they want on the back end. But I love the Edmondson pickup. There's another great vet that's played some good playoff hockey. And man, playing against him was not fun. I'll tell you that much. Corners and getting boxed out in front by him is not a fun job. I don't mind their decor, actually. Like, it obviously has flaws. It hasn't been the greatest thing for them the whole year. I think it falls on the shoulders of the goaltenders with Toronto. I understand they play a different system in front of them that leans a little more offensively. I think TJ Brody's gotten a lot of flack here this year. He's been through a lot, man. And I know he hasn't played his best hockey, but still a good vet for them. But they got to get a goaltender hot here. They're giving Joseph Wall some games. He did not look great last night. Let him the first shot of the game again. Good kid, works hard, but he's gotta be better. Sammy has played well when he's been in there. I thought he had a great game, even letting in those couple power play goals in the third on Saturday. Matt Murray's coming back. Martin Jones stabilized the crease earlier this year. I would love to see one of these guys. It's probably Ilya, but I would love to see one of these guys run away with this in the crease. And I think that'll help make the decor look a lot better if they can get some saves.
Yeah, Gaz, the story is old as time. What goalie can get hot at the right time? And to stay on that topic here, the Winnipeg Jets, they've been slipping a little bit lately, giving up more goals recently than they have all year. Do you see this as a reason for concern or just a little slump here for the Winnipeg Jets team?
No, I'm not too concerned. Listen, they went back in January. They went on a bit of a similar path. They lost 5 in a row, and I felt like their leadership group really stepped up, and they ended up rattling off. I think they went 8-2 over their next 10 after that. And I look for them to do the same thing last night. I thought they played a good game last night. Connor Hellebuck kept them in it, but good efforts from Scheifele and guys like Brendan Dillon on the back end who can really bring some physicality. I don't have too many problems with Winnipeg. Again, watching them last night, top to bottom, their 4 lines. I mean, Cole Perfetti's playing on their 4th line. That says something, well, maybe about the kid, but I just think they have a lot of depth. I love their pickups. I think out of any team in the NHL, they might be my favorite in terms of grabbing a guy like Colin Miller, who probably isn't talked about enough for his playoff experience, 500 plus NHL games. Monahan's been great. Toffoli's an absolute sniper. Yes, they've dipped, but I'm not too concerned about Winnipeg. That's a tough team to play against. They sold out the building last night, and when those fans get going, it's not an easy building to play in. I just don't see them being an easy out in the playoffs. And I know they really probably wanted to get that division in the Central, which is starting to look like it might not happen. Still close, still could, but not an easy out by any means.
Okay, so we were thinking whoever gets in the wild card spots in the West might be an easy out this year, but the Preds 16-0-2, down 3-0 and 4-1 last night. This team doesn't lose, at least not in regulation, at least not in forever. By the way, they're only 4 points back of the Jets in the Central to dig out of that wild card spot. How much have they changed your opinion, Gaz, in terms of being a live threat in round one?
You know what? It's taken a while. It really has, but I'm starting to buy in here. And part of it is maybe Philip Forsberg having one of the quietest 40-goal productive seasons that I've seen out of a player. Their top line with O'Reilly and Nyquist, like, talk about those additions. Bringing in O'Reilly and Shen at the beginning of the year was a very calculated move by Barry Trotz, bringing in some vets. But Roman Josi, this is an absolute stud. Like, it just has absolutely powered them, led by example. I think he's first in goals in the NHL now among defensemen. He plays 25 a night. He played 28 last night. Like, there's not much more you can say about what he's done there. This is a team just I would not want to see in the first round. I don't know if this is bold playoff predictions or takes or whatever, but they might be rearing towards a first round knockoff here of a pretty top seed if they get in. And man, the fact that they're even 4 behind Winnipeg right now is really, really impressive. To rattle off a couple in a row in the NHL is a tough thing. To get points in 18 straight is, you know, I'd love to say I'm sold. You can tell I'm still on the fence a bit, but it is really, really impressive what they've done.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Ryan O'Reilly referring to his line mates as his 2 Swedish meatballs. Well, I guess the 2 guys on the players room today were my 2 Canadian tuxedos. Well done on the players room, Luke. We'll talk to you next week. This has been the players room delivered by DoorDash.
What's up, hockey fans? If you enjoyed that video, then you need to be hitting the subscribe button right here at Daily Faceoff. Exclusive interviews and analysis from our hockey insider Frank Saravalli, fantasy updates from Brock Sagan, and a daily live show at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. You don't want to miss any of the fantastic content, so hit that subscribe button.